Hello guys, myself Pratibha Kiran and I will tell you about this chapter. In the previous chapter I have told you about that how the price would be decided. Now, have you got it that how the price would be decided? Okay, just don't worry, I'll tell you about by putting it in a nutshell. Okay, so now I'll tell you about how the price would be decided. In the previous class I have told you about that the demand and supply, they both are the essential concept and they both will be tell you about how the price will be decided. Okay, so where the demand and supply both intersect to each other, at that point would be a price. Just have a look there. Here the demands and supply both intersect to each other at the 15, so that's why the price of this good would be 15 rupees. Is it got? Have you got it?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll come to the next point. Production possibility curve. So this concept is basically related to this concept because I have told you about that in the previous class. I'll tell you about how the price will be decided, and in the forward I'll tell you about that how it will be beneficial for the production possibility curve. Now I'll tell you about that what is production possibility curve. Production possibility curve means that from the point of view of the just like suppose that I'm a producer, so that's why I'll use this curve, production possibility curve. It means like that it will show that how much quantity I can produce by using some limited resources and at a given period of time. So I'll tell you about that how it will work. Okay, so just have a look there. It is 20, 5, 10, 5. They all are the quantities of a particular things. Like that, here is sugar and here is salt. So as a producer point of view, I am producing two things. The first one would be salt and the second one would be sugar. So now you're just thinking like that, why choose only two things? Because from the producer's point of view, I have some limited resources by which I can produce only two things, like salt and sugar. So I'll have to manage both of them. Am I right? Because I have some limited quantity of a thing, and by using those things I can produce only two things. The first one is sugar and the second one is salt. So if I am producing the 20 units of salt, then I'll have to produce only 5 units of sugar because all unit I have only 20. Got it? Just suppose that I am producing 20, then it would be 5. Then when I will produce the 15 units of salt, then it would be 10. Then I will produce the 10 units of salt, then sugar will be 15. And when at last I will produce the 5 units of salt, then the sugar would be 20. And if I want to produce the whole unit of salt, then I'll have to produce the 0 units of sugar. And if I want to produce the whole unit of sugar, then I'll have to produce the 0 quantity of salt. Now is it clear? Now I'll tell you about that. Now the next point we should become for that. At what point I will use. They both are the essential of. The first one is demand and the second one is cost. They both are the essential point on the basis of what a producer would be decide that what should I produce at the more quantity and at the low quantity. Just suppose that the demand of the salt increasing in the economy day by day, then definitely my preference would be salt. And if the salt take the less cost in comparison to the sugar, then even obviously I will choose the salt. Just suppose that if I am producing the salt, then it will take the 5 rupees, and when I am producing the sugar, then it will take 6 rupees. And the demand of both the concepts are equal in the economy, then obviously I will produce the salt in spite of sugar. Am I right? Yes. Is it clear?
Yes.
Is there any question from your side? Yeah, Sarah.
Ma'am, I want to give the example. If the gold will be less, so definitely supply will be more. This is the example.
It is not an appropriate example. It is not an appropriate example at home because I have told you about that. The both would be at the similar position. Just suppose that if I am taking the example of diamond and just taking the example of mica, then how can it be possible that the production of both things can be managed? They both are same in the price, same in the quantity. They both are the necessary goods. That's why we can compare it. That's why we can compare it with each other. But if I will take the example of Maruti Suzuki and a simple duster, then how can it be possible? Because they both are not the alternative of each other. They both are not the similar goods, and we can't make the comparison of each of them. That's why it is also necessary. Yeah, Sushil, yeah, Om is absolutely right. Because before comparing to these goods, we have to make sure that the both goods are equal to each other and at a same level. Just suppose that they both are necessary goods, we both use these goods. That's why. Now this chapter has been came to an end. So is there any query? Is there any query, class?
No.
Everything is clear?
Yes.
Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Till then, being revised this concept And if there any query, then you can comment me in the down side. So thanks you, and I'm a student of Sunil Gupta English channel. So we will meet after a short break.